What's going on, guys? We're back. We finally got pictures. And boy, oh boy, did Hot Toys screw this one up. And this is what I mean when I tell you guys, I call them out immediately. I don't need to sugarcoat anything they do. I don't need to make pretend that, you know, they're perfect. I say it all the time. They're not perfect by any means. Are they still the best? Absolutely. They'll be the best until somebody takes them down, right? But for whatever reason, they felt like they needed to make a 21-inch. It's so hysterical and it's so laughable that they would do something like that. It's so crazy. It's so out of left field. It's so unnecessary. It's what is the point? You want to get into accuracy. All right, it's accurate. It's video game accurate. What the hell are we going to do with that? What the hell are we going to do with that? It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But let's see who's in here real quickly. We have Joker J in the house. How he says, I accept Visa, MasterCard, PayPal scores funny money, McDonald's. How are you, my friend? Well, we're gonna get into that because wait, I forgot to put my my banner up. You're messing me up, guys. So here is, I don't know if you guys can read the banner, but so you were very, very close. You were the closest person ever, right? But you were not 100%. But you were very close. And I'm gonna get into it also. Let's see. We got Howard Potts. Let's go $5. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I don't think you guys are ready for this. The Thor has again stuff. Well, we got the actual pictures now. Yesterday was just a tease. Now we're we got some action. So we have to get into it, guys. We have to get into it. There is no way we're letting any of this slide by any means whatsoever. So let me see who else. It's ridiculous and glorious. Yeah, I'm not happy about it whatsoever. The actual figure, beautiful. Happy with that. But that height, man, it's so ridiculous. Get that Moldog like sticker ready. Don't off on price. Much cheaper than I thought. Well, oh, it's a price is out. I didn't even see the price. Hold on, let me check the price. Let's see. I didn't know the price. I figured at this height it's gonna be 500 and change. But let's see what they did. 455. That's not bad at all, actually. I thought it was going to be smaller than that and more expensive, but that's not bad for what it is. I'll tell you that. 455, guys, for those who don't know. 455. It's not terrible, again, for what it is. So for those who were here yesterday, when Joker J and I were speaking on, what we thought was going to be the height and the size. I would have never expected this. When he even said, and this is what he said. He said, it's probably going to be Carnage size. I said, absolutely not. There is absolutely no way they're going to make that thing that tall. It doesn't make sense. And Joker J said, well, it's accurate to the game, which he was 100% correct, right? But again, because of the fact that it was humongous in the game, I didn't think that they were going to translate that into a 1/6 scale because of the fact that it's going to be too big. And this is exactly what happened. This is why I was very anti what Joker J said yesterday, because it doesn't make sense. When he said, oh, it'll be the height of Carnage, it doesn't make sense, which is why this doesn't work, right? I would have been perfectly happy. Even when I brought up the Venom pool and the regular Venom, next to each other. I said even the Venom body, which is what they used for this 21-inch figure, that style of body, that look of body, not that Venom body by any means, because that Venom body that they use for the Venom is literally like half the size of this 21-inch thing. So they didn't even go that route, right? So, but I said they can't even go with this Venom body because it doesn't, it's not, it's more like a humanoid. It's more like a human body over the Venom pool body, which is more of a Venom style, bulky up top, kind of thinner legs, at the bottom. So I expected at least that bulk. Never the Venom body whatsoever. It doesn't make sense, and definitely not Carnage by any means, because it doesn't make sense. If Venom from the movie doesn't make sense, Carnage definitely doesn't make sense, right? But height wise, they went even taller than Carnage, and we're gonna get into all that stuff. Taller than Carnage with a little bit of the Venom figure bulk. I would have never, and again, that's why when Joker Jay kept saying, "Oh, it'll be Carnage," absolutely not. I kept saying no because it doesn't make sense. This could be the coolest thing in the world. This height is stupid, 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 stupid. Like I said, it could be what do you call it? It could be video game accurate all at once, perfect. In a collector's display, it doesn't make sense. Where are you going to put that? If you don't have module cases, where are you going to put that? That thing's not going to fit back here in these big cases. It's definitely not going to fit on a detailed show. Where am I putting that? So it doesn't make sense, right? At least the Venom and the Carnage, they fit in a detail once you modify it, right? So I had to get the risers and the pieces to modify and adjust the height of the detail, right? So that's how I have Venom and Carnage in there inside a detail case. Where are you putting these 20? And again, I'm assuming that that's what's going to probably happen when that Venom comes out. You're going to have to put it in a modified, module case, in a modified detail, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. If I don't have my module cases by the time it comes out, but it's insane. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Let's see a picture. Oh yeah, we're getting into it. We're getting into it right now. Hold on. Here we go. So here it is, guys. Let me say hello to you guys real quickly. Tally, my friend, how are you? Thank you for being here. Howie loves us and hates. Yeah, that's again. I will never sugarcoat anything Hot Toys does. Again, I'm repeating what I just said. They're not perfect by any means. They will never be perfect, but they will be the best until somebody takes that place. And as of now, nobody comes close to them. Slugging16, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We got Frostbite in the house. Not a fan of how big he is, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the Matt Gargan. Yeah, that was the guy who was doing the Venom. It wasn't what's his name? Eddie Brock. It was Matt Gargan. Star logo. I'm still gonna get it. it's like I'm not a fan. I'm still gonna get it though. No, it's gonna be a very impressive figure. It's gonna be overwhelming. It's gonna be humongous. If you don't have Venom, if you don't have Carnage, you're not gonna know what this Venom is gonna feel like. You have no idea, because Carnage was the most mind-blowing figure that I've ever opened myself, and I have tons. That to me was like, wow, this is incredible. So can you imagine a figure even bigger than that? Insane. But it's annoying. I'm still gonna get the figure. It's just I'm very unhappy with the height. It doesn't make sense. How are you posing this in any way whatsoever? You probably can't. So I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't even know how to feel about this. I gotta figure out how to get them out. Yeah, well, he's still available everywhere. And try toysforkiddos.com. They have them. They should have them available right now. I still haven't even gotten mine. I ordered mine from Sideshow, but I think he doesn't even have it up yet. So no, he's not up. Probably either later on today or tomorrow. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me, Tuli, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's bigger than my cat. It's bigger than my cat. Guys, please don't forget, hit that like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. We got Black Tom Cruise in the house. So many people is complaining about the movie Venom, and they want a traditional Venom. Just watch them. Well, it's like I always tell you guys, you can never make everybody happy. It'll never happen. And people who request things are the first ones to back out, out of them. So that's why you can't listen to these people. Oh yeah, we need this, we need accuracy, we need blindness and this, and then when they get it, it's like ew, But this, to me, this height is the only thing that I'm against. It doesn't make sense. It's ridiculously big, and that's why when Joker J was mentioning, oh, Carnage, no, never, ridiculous, right? He's limited to 300 miles per hour. Oh, I don't know, but they're available on Sideshow, and you'll probably be able to get them. I mean, I got mine from, not that they're available on Sideshow. I got mine from Sideshow. I don't know if they're available still on Sideshow, but like I said, wait for toysforkiddos.com, and he should have them up at some point. Not right now, but at some point. He always gets them. He'll get a couple, one or two from over there. So stay tuned when on that website, because as soon as they go up, people are going to try to buy them. So I don't know if I'm going to get mine from him, since I already have one, locked in with Sideshow, but who knows? I may get one just to get it early. The Thor I did, I said, I'll take McDonald's vouchers. Is the one that came out with this Venom release. What? It's the one that came out. What do you mean it's the one? Oh yeah. I know you're talking about the 2.0. Yes. That's supposed to be a limited figure, just like the regular Spider-Man 2.0, the black and blue and white. Yes, it is limited, but I don't know how many pieces. And like I said, you could still find him somewhere, because he wasn't a popular figure that everybody was dying to get, because he's very similar to the 1.0. So a lot of people weren't crazy, but so that's what I'm saying. You can still find him. The 2.0, I don't know about that. That's a different story. But that Miles 2.0, you could definitely find somewhere. So yeah, let's get into the figure, guys. As you can see, here are one really nice thing that I noticed immediately was, as we know, the Venom that we have now, the Tom Hardy Venom, he doesn't have the Spider-Man symbol, right? All he has is like the veins of the shape of, not the shape, the veins on his chest of like where you would get that, that spider symbol. So I don't know if you guys could see, but a lot of that vein detail is all over the symbol, which is awesome. It's not just your plain white symbol like any Venom, any comic book or comic book style Venom would have, just literally plain, straight, white, clean. That's probably what the Eddie Brock style of symbol looks like, just very plain, very clean. So this has a lot of detail on it. As you can see, we got different tongues, like I mentioned. It looks like we're getting 3 different tongues. We're getting 2 mouths, like I said, one closed, one open. This is the open mouth. And so we got a couple attachments as well. It looks like symbiotes here. So we got 2 claws that I guess are the only attachments that you get. You get it looks like you get 2 hands and 2 claws. Again, look at this thing, massive. I never expected them. If you notice too, the arm size of this figure are Venom Pool style arms, those big bulky arms, but the body style is Venom, Tom Hardy Venom style, So they combined both kinda to give you that 21 inch. It's 20.8 inches, but 21 to round off. So when I saw this is retarded. Like, why? Tell me why. Tell me what the point of this is. Tell me what you're going to do with this. It doesn't make sense. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the what do you call it? It reminds me of you guys remember the that third party Spawn that came out that was like completely out of scale. Everybody thought it was 1/6, but it was just humongous. And then they did a 1/6 scale after that. This is what it's going to be. It's just going to be a random figure standing 21 inches, just in the middle of nowhere by itself because you can't have anything around it. Because look at this. This is insane. Why? Why? Tell me why. It doesn't. That's not the same scale. You know, Venom, and that's why I told Joker J yesterday. There is no way that scale for that Carnage would have worked with this. Too tall. And again, we get it. I get it. Venom is massive. Venom is huge. But remember, Venom doesn't stand tall. Venom's usually hunched over, in this pose. So he shouldn't have been this tall. No way. That's why the Venom pool body would have worked because he's bulkier. He's more chunky up top, and he's got that big back, so he looks like he's hunched over a little bit, which is what he's supposed to look like. Supposed to have this crouch, ready to fight look, not stand up straight like he does in the Venom movie. A comic book Venom, the posture, the way he stands is, usually completely different than just standing up straight. So that's the thing. So that's why that Carnage would have never worked, and that's why I told Joker Jerry, I said, absolutely not happening. But they went even further than that. They took it even unbelievable. So here's the closed mouth, like I said. Here's the open mouth, like I said. So you can still have a tongue sticking out of here, apparently. Obviously, the big mouth makes more sense, but you can still get a tongue. It says 2 styles of highly detailed head sculpts. So you get 2 different ones, which is nice. Let's see who's in here real quickly. No problem, my friend. We got Nefty in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. No, I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. I'm really, really upset about this because it does. The price, perfect. For what it is, it's going to be worth every penny, right? So that's great. But the display, the display aspect of it, it's like, what the hell are you going to do with that? Where are you putting? You're going to have a whole huge 21-inch Venom just standing. I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. He's not even this big. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That's why when you said it, I was like, and I'm going to keep repeating it because it doesn't make sense. That Carnage height doesn't make sense. That even that Venom, that Tom Hardy Venom height, now compared to this, that makes way more sense than this. 100%. And even that, I thought it was way too big, way too tall. Way too massive, way too bulky for the scale of the Spider-Man figures. We're in a different world right now. We're in a completely different world right now. Doesn't make sense. So here it is. Here they are together. So look how tiny they look. And again, this right here looks beautiful. No complaints about this pose right here. No complaints about these pictures here at all whatsoever. Not even a little bit. But in hand, you're not going to have this display like this. In hand, it's going to be a different world. So you're going to be like, what the hell? Like it's going to look so bad because it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong. And I want to see people who pose to try to make that, work in some type of display, because I can guarantee you it's not. See, like stuff like that. Like this is cool, but are you really going to have your figures like that? Never. To take a picture, cool, but then that's it. Then where are you going to put it? That's the problem, and I can't stand it. Here are some symbiote attachments that I guess you could put on as well, which is cool. You could never get enough symbiotes for Venom. Here's one of the tongues. So as you can see, here is a curled tongue. Here's it looks like the same tongue, and then here's a straight tongue. So this is the longest one. I'm gonna assume this is the middle one because, like I said, you get 3. So this is the longest one, the craziest one, same one there. Here's one of the claws. Here's another. This is, I believe, the second tongue, the second longest, because there's one short and 2 long. Just the longos are different shape. Here's more symbiotes by the legs. It's a decent figure. It looks great. When it comes to the actual figure, no complaints about the figure whatsoever at all. That height killed it though. Killed it 100%. 100%. Space is a deciding factor for most, and this just take that concerto. Exactly. Because, usually, like for me, the tall figures, I just put on top of a detail, right? That's it. I just leave them there. If it fits there, it's staying there. It's, but for figures like the Carnage, the Venom, I wanted to have them inside, so they don't get dust on them, especially because of this material, that sticky material of that Venom body. If you start getting dust on that, over time, it's just going to cake on. and then good luck trying to remove that, you know? So that's what I'm trying to avoid, having these figures in the shelf, in the on the shelf in the detail. The thing is, you know, you have to get these adjusters, right? And what if, like, right now I can't get them anywhere? Like, I remember, I don't have the information from the guy who I used to get them from, but Uncommon Flex, shout out to Uncommon Flex, he makes he makes a shorter one. So I told him, hey, can you get me these? Can you make me these? Because he 3D prints everything. So I said, can you make me these? And he did. So there are two sets. There are short ones and there are tall ones. Let me see if I have them. So these are the adjusters I'm telling you guys that I have. So these are the short ones. This is what they look like. So what happens is this hooks up to the metal of the detail, and then this where the glass slides this way like this. So this holds it. So you could adjust, you know, you could adjust the detail shelves with these. But these are 3D printed from many years ago. So now they're weak, now they're cracking. He makes something that's way stronger than that. And he made me a few sets, but I need the taller ones for a bigger shelf for this Venom. You know, can he do them? I don't know. I would have to find out and ask him. But that's my issue. You know what I mean? I would have to modify a detail shelf to fit something like this in there, because Venom is in there and Carnage is in there. Again, this is bigger than that, so it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Albert, my friend, how are you? Put it back in your backyard to scare the rodents. Can you imagine? No, it's annoying, man. It's annoying. Gotta run. All right, my friend. Thank you for being here. Have a good day. So yeah, guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It makes no sense. I'm very bummed about this. See, look, it looks great, right? The figure is not the problem at all. I have no issues with the figure. I love the figure. The figure right now, the way it looks to me, is a 10. You know, obviously we got to see what it's about in hand, but I have no complaints about the figure whatsoever. Not one. You know, the aesthetics of it, you know, the attachments, the symbiotes, the head sculpts, the tongues, all that stuff is perfect. Look at that. You can put a tongue on the closed mouth, perfect. Again, the symbol with the veins, perfect. The shine on the suit, beautiful. No complaints. No complaints about this whatsoever. Look at that. Clean version. If you don't want the symbiotes on, you got open hands, fist. So you got the claws, fisted hands, symbiotes, tongues. Here's without the tongue. But again, this body is like the Venom style body, the Venom of Tom Hardy Venom, right? Just bigger. You know, they just went all out. Look at that. How badass is that? No complaints. No complaints at all. The figure is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You got open, here we go. You got open hands. You got symbiotes. You got claws. Here's the claws again. Here's the tongue. Here's one of the tongues. Gorgeous figure, guys. Gorgeous. See, look at that. How badass is that? Looks like a comic book image. You know? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So, you know, it's just that height. Why? Why? It makes no sense. I hope this is one of the things where people complain enough to where they have to make it shorter. You know what I mean? I hope so. I would be this if this is 21 inches, right? 20.8. If this was 18 inches, I think it'd be perfect. Perfect. It doesn't need to be 21. I think 18 inches, no problem. Look how beautiful that looks. No complaints. There's no complaints. There's no reason for you to complain about this besides the height. Look at the attachments in the back. That's the Venom pool and regular Venom style attachments. Well, inserts at least. But look at that. Beautiful, 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 gorgeous, gorgeous figure. Specially designed symbiote tendrils. So here are the three tongues. So 3 styles of tongues. You got the little one, you got the long curled one, and then you got the straight one. Again, cool. You can never have enough tongues because people do use them. I use them all the time. Hold on. Let's see. We got that. And then, so here's everything. So like I said, we got the 2 heads, open mouth, closed mouth. We got the 3 tongues. We got the symbiotes. We got the base, which is the same base we're getting for everything. Those big flat bases like the Thanos. You know, one thing is, how is this guy taller than Thanos? Makes no sense. Makes no sense scale wise. Again, remember, this is video game. This is only video game, right? We're not comparing movie to video game. We're not. But think about that. This guy is taller than Thanos. Taller than Thanos. How? Physically, Thanos is supposed to be bigger than Venom. So how does that work? But again, different universes. We're talking movie and we're talking video game. So we can't compare. But think about it. Think about that. Paulo, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here today. You made it. So also, to show you guys a bigger slap in the face, just so you guys understand my my feelings on this. Why? Tell me how this makes any sense. Tell me how that. See? So this is why when Joker J says, "Oh, Carnage height. Look at this. It makes no sense." Again, even with this one, I said it did that body style didn't make sense. I said I want the body style of Venom Pool because it makes more sense for a Venom. Look at this. This one would have been a little bit better. Now, I would take this height any day, the Venom, the Carnage height, like Joker J said, over this any day at this point. This height with, somewhat this bulk. I don't mind that at all. But look at this. Look, this towers over both of them. It doesn't look like a building. You know what it reminds me of? You guys remember that Toys R Us Kingpin that looked like a big baby? That's what this looks like, height-wise. It's crazy. Makes no sense. Black it's bigger than the Hulk. Oh, wait, I'm not done yet. But look at this, guys. Does it make sense? Tell me this makes sense to any of you. Please, somebody tell me. Hey, this is perfect. You could say it's accurate all you want, but this doesn't make sense scale-wise. Having the figure in hand doesn't make sense. This thing's going to be, bigger than a Hulk. Imagine that. Makes no sense. Here, mind blown. Bow. Tell me how this makes sense. It's literally 2 centimeters shorter than a Hulkbuster. How? Makes no sense. How? Why? How are you going to have 2 Spider-Man figures next to a Hulkbuster and it's supposed to be all the same scale? What? Crazy, right? They messed that up big time. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you try to justify it because of the video game, blah, blah, blah. They messed it up. Again, you could say, well, in the video game, he's that size. Fine. But guess what? Tons of people are going to say, this is too big. I don't like it. Wait and see. This is too big. What am I going to do with that? I don't like it. Oh, it's not a scale. It's going to be. So just pay attention to the comments in the groups because it's already happening. So why did they do that? It doesn't make sense. And I get it. Hot Toys, they try to do the best they can. They try to make it, they try to make it cool. They try to make it, something different. I get their angle too. I get it. This figure, their goal of this figure was this. If you pay attention, I believe the first figure that came out for pre-order was that Miles Morales, right? That Miles wasn't so popular at first. Like I told you guys earlier, because it wasn't. You were still able to get it, after it went up for sale. Is it sold out now? I doubt it, but I don't know, right? The 2.0 came out, that went immediately. That everybody wanted that because of the spider legs, right? So what I think they did was they knew that not many people are going to be so into the Miles because it's the 1.0 is better accessory wise than this one. This one has a couple tweaks to the suit. the shoes, the knee pads, some padding on I think on the forearms or the elbows, something like that. And then you have two blue electric effects instead of having the three yellow ones that you had for the 1.0. For the 1.0, you had two yellow ones, one for each hand, and then you had a yellow one for the chest. That you don't get that now with the 2.0, but you do get the two effects of the arms in blue, not yellow, and that's it. So they knew that once this figure came out, this Venom came out, that it was going to get everybody's attention, and look what happened. Somebody was already in here asking for the Miles. A lot of people were not interested in the Miles when it was first announced. They just figured, oh, it's another Miles. Who cares? There's no head sculpt. There's like the 1.0. There was no head sculpt. There was nothing fancy about it, nothing crazy, but it's a good looking figure, right? So, but again, nobody wanted it. Now that you have these, now people are going to want the full, the full trio, the set. And I can guarantee you guys, this is not done yet. This line is not done yet. Who do we have? We have Miles. We have 2.0. We have Black Spider-Man suit with the legs. Now we have Venom. That's 4. I have a feeling they're going to do, what's his name? Craven, the Hunter. I don't know why, but I have a feeling because I think he's supposed to be the main guy in the video game. So I have a feeling they do a Hunter, and not only that, but then remember that the Hunter movie is coming out as well. So I think they'll do a Hunter for that movie as well. So this is, I think, where they're headed. And then don't forget, obviously, the 10 to 12 other suits that were shown as part of the video game, that there's a huge chance that, Hot Toys is going to make at least 3 for Miles and at least 3 for Peter. So, who knows? We'll see. The problem is the exaggeration into the game. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's too much. They went too far. Too far. Again, they try to keep it. They're not. The thing is that Hot Toys is not wrong. You know what I mean? They're not wrong for this. This is not something that they're like, oh, they didn't know what they were doing. No, that's not what happened. What's happening here by any means. This is what the accuracy should have been if this was a real life thing, as you can see, right? This is why they did it that big, and I get it, but it doesn't work when you have these things in hand because it's just so out of scale. Like the difference in scale, even though they're both 1/6. It's humongous. So it throws everything off. That's my issue. Not that they're wrong, not that they, messed up, not that they didn't know what they were. No, what they did was perfectly fine. Perfectly fine when it comes to accuracy, when it comes to what it should be. The problem is it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Joker just says, women run away if it's too big. So I hear this guy. Chris, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Nice picture. Look at you with the Mark III Tony. Looks good, huh? Looks nice. In the game, they announced 90 plus different. Oh, 90. That's great. They just showed. In yesterday's stream, I showed they did 5 and 5. They announced 5 and 5. And then 2 extra ones, one for Miles and one for Peter. And then I did hear somebody say something like 60 suits. But it makes sense because if you guys remember that in the first Spider-Man game, he had about something like 30 suits as well. They didn't make them all, obviously, but he had a ton. There was like a naked Peter, a Fantastic Four Peter with a brown paper bag on his head, and then obviously a bunch of suits that they made and didn't make. So I get it. There's probably going to be tons of suits, but are they going to make them all? I don't think so. They're definitely going to make, again, at least. So for Peter, they made about 8 to 10 suits total, right? So you have Scarlet Spider, you have Doc Ock suit, you have Mark IV, you have Cyborg, you have Spider-Punk, you have regular, you have what was the other one? Iron Spider, you have, I don't know if I said Scarlet Spider, but it's almost 10. It's almost 10 figures just for Peter. Now you have 2 guys. Now you have Peter and Miles. Are they going to go crazy? They could, Do I doubt it? I doubt it because again, they have what already? Two Peters, black suit and regular, right? You have Miles, you have Venom, and then how many other suits can they come out with? They're gonna come out with them. It's just how many. That's the real question, you know. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, look at this, crazy, 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 guys. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. Um, and this is all me, telling you all this while understanding that I know what they did is just see, like just looking at it, like look at that. Like it doesn't it looks like you have like, you know what I mean? Like that, like I said, that kingpin with like, regular figure. Like I don't know, it's just weird. Weird, weird, weird. Like right now, I'm begging for this height right now. Like this would have been perfect right here. Exactly what Joker J said. This height right here would have been perfect with obviously maybe this bulk. That would have been no complaints whatsoever. The Miracle Grow Venom. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Very, very upsetting. And then as I don't know if you guys saw, but we finally have the Miles is finally out. So like I was telling you guys, very small differences, very small changes to the outfit. Like for example, like on the glove, like his glove for the first 1.0 didn't have this. The knee pads were different. The shoes didn't have all these details. So they tweaked a few things. Here are the blue effects that you get. They're not yellow anymore. But very, very basic, clean figure, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, nothing out of this world. Um, nothing that's gonna blow your mind. Again, if you have the 1.0, you're good. If you don't, then get this if you can. But yeah, this is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I just want to have it to be able to have it next to the original one. That's why I love having like the variants and stuff or like the 2.0s, just to see the comparison, just to see, what they updated, what they upgraded, all the differences. It looks great, Can't go wrong with Spider-Man. Look at that. Somebody did that. That's cool. It's like a little effect on the picture. So that's out for those who want to get it. Like I said, I may just get it through toysforkiddos.com as soon as he puts it up. If not, then I'll just wait for mine on Sideshow if he doesn't put it up, because I forget what his name's who said that they were limited. They are very limited. I don't think 300, but they're very limited. And so I don't know if I'd be, you know, um, if he's even able to get them. If he does, I'll pre-order it from him, right? Not pre-order. I'll get it from him right away, and then I'll just let my pre-order go. If anybody's interested though in getting it from me from Sideshow, let me know so I don't just cancel the order. If somebody's interested in getting my order, if I get it from toysforkiddos.com, message me and let me know if you're interested. Obviously, if not, it's not a big deal. Then I'll just let it lose the order, and whatever, whoever's on the wait list will get it after. So but obviously, I was getting those figures I was getting those pre-orders from Sideshow because they were limited, and that was the only one I got, believe it or not, out of the Joker, Wonder Woman, Mark 7, and all the other limited, Anakin, all the other limited stuff. The only one I got on my own was that Miles, and that's how I know it wasn't something that everybody wanted, because I was able to get it. Everything else, everybody really wanted, so that's why I wasn't able to get it. So that's why I know it's not that crazy of a figure, and a lot of people will probably skip on it, specifically if they have the 1.0. Again, it's not that big of a difference, but you always want the updated, you always want the new, which is why people sell their old figures to buy the new one. But beautiful, again, beautiful, vibrant colors, nice shine to it. Again, it's gonna be nothing different than the first one, not much different, not nothing. Like I said, I already, pointed out the few changes. Like I said, the gloves are different, the shoes are different, the knee pads are different, probably the elbow pads are different. My favorite figure, guys, out of these three right here, this 2020 suit, mind-blowing. And it came with the USB port in the back. Amazing figure. I thought that this figure was going to go for more and be more popular than this figure. This figure is way more popular than this figure. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Here it is with the logo. Look at that. The cool thing is you can put the effects on the arms and on the legs. So that's a cool feature. I don't know who would do that, but I guess for a picture real quickly, but that's about it. Really, really cool. Look at that. Just a gorgeous figure. And that's why, like, for me, like, it doesn't matter what Spider-Man you can, a lot of people say, how many Spider-Man can you get? They're going to make tons. They're all really cool. When you have them in your collection, they're all really nice. And they're all so different. So it doesn't make you feel like, oh, I have 30 Spider-Man. Yeah, they're all different. They're all completely different. I mean, I have multiples of the same ones, but just like the VGM, all different, and they're all very, very nice. Look at that pose. Peter, I'm powering up. Help. Imagine. I should be a voice actor. Hola, Peter. Hola, Peter. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about this Venom. Again, it's only the height it's the only issue. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing about the figure. No complaints about the figure. Nothing wrong with the figure. Even the height, they did the right thing. It's not their fault that this character, is that big in the show, in the game, right? It's not Hot Toys' fault. But again, that's what I was telling Joker J yesterday. I said they have to tweak it to where it makes sense to the scale, because it's gonna be off. And look, they went way too far off, because you have to keep Venom always bigger than Spider-Man, right? A decent size bigger than Spider-Man, but not 3 times the size of a Spider-Man. That makes no sense. Literally, that's exactly what it is. Makes no sense whatsoever. Let me show you guys one more time real quickly. Where is it? Because it's like, why? Like, why would you do that? Again, can't even blame Hot Toys, but it's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? See, every time I look at it, it's like such a slap in the face. I think it'll sell as fast as the other Venom. Give it. Yeah, that's not gonna sell out by any means. I'll tell you that. It's not limited. The price, even though it's decent for what it is, it's still pricey. I think people are gonna hold off. I don't think this is gonna go, anywhere anytime soon. And specifically because of the size, absolutely. That's the only thing that's gonna throw people off, turn people off. Is where am I putting this thing? Because that's the only question. Where am I putting this thing? That's why the size, killed it, because of, it's like, man, like, you don't belong anywhere. Where are you going? And look, it's you, for those who don't have the Venom or do have the Venom, you guys don't understand how big this thing already is, right? This is big compared to, as you can see, a regular 12-inch figure. Massive. And yes, it's standing on the base, but still, it's a massive figure compared to this. Then you have this that is taller than this, not thicker, just taller, right? This is more muscular, this is leaner, but it's taller, right? Now look at that already. Why would you do this? Keep it this scale. Again, Hot Toys is doing what they need to do. They're doing the right thing, but it doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense at all. At all. In a comic book, yes. In a figure like this, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mike, my friend, how are you? It's too big, bum, because of, yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. That's gonna be everybody's problem. You find our blue capes for Batman yet? No, I wish. Oh my god, that was a great idea too. I forget. Somebody had mentioned that too. To get a blue, that like a nice baby blue tone cape, gorgeous, and that material has to be that material. That I think what is it? Jason Jackson or Jason Shu? He makes the capes with that material, And if you could get him to make you a light blue one for that Batman, oh, he's gonna kill it because he makes the drape on his capes are amazing. So Jackson, let me put it in the chat for you guys. For those who don't know, you might. I mean, I'm gonna assume you guys know everybody, but just in case you guys don't know. But yeah, the height is what kills it. Tony, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. How are you? I have the Deadpool Juggernaut. Deadpool Juggernaut. And I think this. Oh, you're talking about the yellow one. Yes, the yellow Juggernaut. Yeah. I think so. It's got to be bigger because the thing with that Juggernaut is he's a bulky figure. You know, he's a muscular figure. So his thing is more about the bulk of the body. Yeah, he's tall, but this is way taller than that. 100%. That what do you call it? That Juggernaut you're talking about is smaller than the Hulkbuster, and this is pretty much the same height as the Hulkbuster. So this is way bigger already. That's what she said. Oh man. You guys. But yeah, so that's it. That's gonna be everybody's issue. Is just that. Is just the height. Again, Hot Toys did what they were supposed to do. I'm not happy about it. I'm not okay with it. They could have done their own, they could have tweaked it and turned it into their own thing. But again, because of accuracy, because of, the problem is this. It could have went either way. If it would have been shorter, everybody would have been, this is too short, this is not accurate, blah, blah, blah. Now this is accurate. It's too tall, which again, to me, it is, right? There's nothing wrong with saying that. It is too tall, right? To me, that scale doesn't work. Again, it's an accurate scale according to Hot Toys. That's why they made it that big. But to me, in figure scale, doesn't make any sense. It's not going to look right. It's not going to look good. You're going to have this, 2 feet tall thing, and then you're going to have this 6-inch thing at the bottom. It's going to look very weird, very off. And the thing is, like I said, this body is not a Spider-Man body where you're going to articulate like crazy. It's going to be a kind of stiff, body. You're going to be able to articulate it, but nothing crazy because it's not a Spider-Man body. So that's going to be another issue, right? It's going to be just standing there with all the symbiotes. That's what I'm going to do, obviously. Standing there with all the symbiotes, the claws attached or whatever, put everything on them, and that's it. And then standing next to who? So that's the thing, and that's what annoys me, and that's why I'm upset. But can't blame Hot Toys. Can't blame, they did what they had to do. And even though, I blamed that on them, as soon as I started, I said, they're not perfect because they could have tweaked it. They could have taken their own, their own view on it and said, you know what, this is going to be ridiculously tall. Let's trim it down a little. But again, to avoid the complainers about, oh, this is the wrong scale. Venom is, 30 feet tall, blah, blah, blah. So where do they go? You know what I mean? So I think that they chose the accurate way rather than their own take on the figure, because it would have caused more problems. You know what I mean? At least right now it's accurate and people aren't getting it or are debating on getting it because of the height. That's it. Nobody's talking that the figure's crap. Nobody's saying that the figure doesn't look good. Nobody's saying any of that. It's only the height. So can you imagine if they would have done the height properly, it would have been a perfect figure. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So that's my take on it, guys. Can I claim him as a yeah, seriously, you might as well. Gonna be feeding him some batteries, some cobalt. Chris, my friend, how are you? Another one. You made it. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome. But yeah, guys, crazy, right? Crazy. I still can't believe it. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I don't think they're going to tweak anything. I don't think they're going to change anything because, it's accurate. It's accurate, and there's nothing for them to change, you know? So it's crazy. It's mind blowing that it's happening, but all we could do is wait until we get it in hand and see what it's about. I think it's going to be one of those figures that once you have it in hand, I don't think it's going to matter. Just like the Carnage, the Carnage, I was like, where am I putting this thing? Because it's that much bigger than Venom. So I was like, where is this going? So can you imagine now you're going to have a figure that is that much taller than Carnage? Where is that going? That's the issue. That's the issue. You're gonna have to take up an entire like detail, a modified detail at that to be able to fit this stuff. It's crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, guys, I will see you guys on Saturday. I don't think we're gonna have any more announcements until what's today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, who knows? But I doubt it. So I'll probably see you guys not probably. I'll definitely see you guys Saturday. I will. It'll be probably Mike, myself, and I think Lucho said he might make it. So we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying. Thank you guys for always being here. I will talk to you guys later. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.